Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the MLG Pro League Season 3 coverage. Jack joined by Matt via Skype. We just saw game number 2, Riot Search and Destroy, went all the way to round number 10. Then the lobby dropped, which is one of the most unfortunate things. And what wound up happening was the ruling went in favor of Isolation because it wasn't their host. They were up 5-4. They gave them a round, thus getting them the win at 6-4. So the series is now tied up 1-1. Game 1 went to Rise with a score of 210-205. Game 2 went to ISO. We're now hopping in a comeback uplink. Matt, what are you really expecting to see on this map? What can we look out for as a viewer?
No, I think on this map you're going to be looking at a Rise team that's probably not too happy.
Yeah.
They were in a pretty good chance to force that round 11, which at that point, who knows what goes on.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, they could potentially be up 2-0, so I expect them to be pretty fired up going in this map, Jack.
Absolutely. Now the game is loading up. Comeback uplink. You're going to see the fight for glass. It's really going to come down to who can get control of that and then begin the push with those lead blockers and the drone carrier, whether he's second or third in the push, going for the 1-point play or the 2-point dunk. Loading into the map here. I'm going to hop on board right away with Apathy. Just read all the tweets on Twitter about he is officially on this squad for the rest of Season 3. He said he's excited to be here. He's rocking the bow off the start. Let's see where he winds up going.
That's interesting that he's going to be there for all of Season 3. I would have expected Apathy to kind of go somewhere else, but it's also kind of interesting just thinking about it from the Elevate perspective. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, they were one of the teams that was announced today for the Gfinity 100K, correct?
Exactly.
So they make that move, and now they have TJ, who fills in for him at Gfinity.
That's the big question, and that's why we're so caught off guard from it. Off the start, drone now in the hands of Havoc. He's just going to toss it up the map. Smart decision from him as the rest of his teammates wound up falling. He's actually going to remain aggressive, and I'm not sure if I agree with that play there. He just gave up glass control instead of playing his life. Now the push from Rise coming in. Thankfully for him, though, his teammates pick up 2 kills. More kills going in favor of Isolation. Make it 3 now. Final remaining player up momentarily for Rise. Apathy, and he picks up a 2-piece there.
Yeah, it's going to be Parasite.
Weeds with the drone, running towards green side. He's got cover from 2 of his teammates. The drone now being run in. Hasn't been able to cap it as of yet. Jasano falls as well. A big 2-piece from Parasite. He's going to begin running it towards yellow. Waiting for his teammates to come in. His trophy has gone away. The toss in. The 1-point lead now for Isolation.
It's huge for ISO to get that lead right now. See him setting up for drone control again. It's just going to be Silly over there. He's got some gun battles win over on the glass side of the map. Going to put some shots into one, but he's just doing a great job just staying alive around that drone area as he's going to be taken out, though. Parasite rotating right over.
Kills being traded in bottom middle. Drone still at its spawn. Smart decision from Apathy there not to go for the pickup because he had no cover. Would have liked to have seen him possibly hop in towards glass and just wait for the rest of his teammates to spawn back up. These next few kills are absolutely crucial to see who can score next. Silly, final remaining player for Isolation inside glass, picks up 1 kill, challenges the player with the drone, finds a 2-piece, turns on Apathy for the 3rd disgusting play, and now the aggression will come out of Isolation.
Yeah, now they're going to be pushing the drone up the map, Jack. You see Parasite's going to pick up 2 as well. Havoc with the drone should be able to dunk this one in for 2, and he's going to put that one home.
That was absolutely disgusting from Silly there. You can see 2 players still alive for ISO inside yellow. The aggression and the scoring should continue. 2 players, though, for Rise in a position to try to stop this drone from going in.
Yeah, Wheat's doing a nice job defending his base, Jack. He's going to have another player in glass. He's going to be able to pick up Silly. Has 1 more in front of him. Going to actually jump around the corner, challenge that. He has Apathy flying right ahead of him, being aggressive. Wheats and Apathy doing a great job attacking glass side.
Wheats picks up the gunfight there on Dito in bottom middle. Now just going to grab this drone and begin to move it towards the top AC vent. Goes for the 1-point play. That should definitely fall short. Not able to connect with that one. 2 more kills coming from his teammates. You can see him beginning to challenge this gunfight at back blue. The drone, though, getting tossed out. It will be reset. 3-0 lead still for Isolation.
Yeah, but Wheats set up on the ISO base. That was actually a huge kill by Silly to get him off of that. Looks like Dito trying to rotate back to his own base. He's going to get cut down. see what Rise can do with the drone here. They're going to try and bring it through green. They're going to score it. Let's see if they can set up for a little bit of a relay.
Parasite now on the flank of this drone. Spots one player on it, but Apathy cuts him down. Apathy's 13-8. He's going to move up with this drone towards back blue. This should be a very easy 2-point play for Rise. Now up 4-3.
Rise, they can get a really nice rally here, Jack. You see one player for Rise. It's Jay Sato. He did a great job watching the flank. Wheats and Chino both picking up kills. Going to pass this one to Apathy, but it's actually going to be just a throw right in.
They are just destroying at the moment. They can still continue rallying these. Finally, Havoc gets that kill there in bottom middle, which will open up the map for his team. The push from Isolation coming in. 3 players. Dito, the final trailing player. Here they hop in towards yellow. Picks up the headshot on Chino. Silly just going to go for the toss. Not sure if I agree with that one. Going for the safer play, to say the least. 6-4 in favor of Rise.
Yeah, Apathy trying to make a play for the drone, but Rise doing a nice job getting that lead, but ISO's done a great job also, Jack, staying in it. For as much as the map control that Rise had of their base, looks like Havoc gonna throw that one in. He's gonna miss that 1-point throw, but still, only a 1-possession game. If ISO can hold this going into the second half, that'd be a great half for them.
Absolutely. Chino rotating this drone towards blue. Only 15 seconds remaining. Looks like they're going to get one more opportunity to go for the dunk. Dito's the final remaining player that they have to beat. Chino just making the smart decision to toss it in for the 1-point play. He did get the help from his teammates.
There, though, Jack.
He definitely could have gotten 2. His teammate got the kill. It looks like he just got a little bit too anxious going for the toss. And at the end of the half, Rise finds themselves up 7-4.
I mean, he's on that side of the map with Jay Sano. Jay Sano picks up that kill on Dito, and then he just, instead of just running it in, just decides to toss it. It's a very odd play.
There was a few questionable decisions on that side, whether in regards to scoring, Matt. Not sure if I agree with the decision there from the 1-point toss out of Silly, and then also the 1-point toss out of Chino. But either way, 7-4. ISO now on the preferred side. Let's see if they can get this win done.
Yeah, who are you jumping on board with first here, Jack?
I'm with Parasite, and they're utilizing smoke grenades, actually, Matt, on that drone. Parasite's just going to grab it and run it right through middle map. This almost looks like this was a setup strategy out of ISO, and a dunk in 18 seconds.
Definitely a setup strat right off the bat, and that's a huge score right there for ISO. Makes this a 1-point game. I mean, talk about all...
Yeah, something you don't see too often, actually, and something I feel like we should see more often, especially on a map like Comeback Uplink.
That Rise did the first half. ISO just pretty much erases it all right there.
Yeah, and I feel like we should see that more often on Uplink. I'm surprised, to say the least, that a strategy like that isn't used. It worked out absolutely flawlessly there for Isolation, as they now find themselves down by just 1. It's going to be up to Rise, though, to answer right back. Apathy with the drone inside glass. He's got 1 lead blocker. Silly with the own team kill there on Parasite. The 1-point play out of Apathy. Able to connect a beautiful shot from top glass window.
And now you see Wheats picking up a 2-piece. Chino with the drone, going to be trying to bring it in. He's going to get taken out. Wheats still on a 5 streak in the base, trying to just make something happen there. Throws it in. Gonna miss, though.
Havoc just turned on Apathy, which stopped him from getting the ability to score that drone. The push coming towards green now out of Isolation. They've got one more player to beat behind him. That's actually going to be Chino, who winds up falling. Havoc with the drone. Bottom sandbags. He's just trying to stay alive. There's still 2 opposing players on top of their capture point, and the play goes in. 8-7. Still a 1-possession game.
Yeah, still not a big lead here for Rise. They have to be careful at any moment. Get the feeling that ISO is going to break up in this game, Jack.
Oh, absolutely. 8-7 game, still 3 minutes remaining. Could go either way. Reminder, if you are just tuning in, the series is tied up 1-1. Both games extremely close. This series could definitely go all the way, as Havoc picks up a nice 2-piece on the drone carrier. Apathy now with the drone in hand. Gonna rotate it here towards that back fence. Not able to toss it off. Silly now grabs it in response. He's gonna run it right towards the bottom middle of the map.
Yeah, and it looks like, barring that one player, he had a chance to go in for that 2-point play. Not able to pick up that kill, but he gets the throw off, and now we're going to be sitting at a tie game.
Silly sitting at 20 and 16 on a 3 streak. Picked up the last 2 remaining players inside of Rise's base. Jay Sano with this drone just going to toss it towards the opposing team's area of glass. He's going to get aggressive here with the sub. Picks up the first kill on Havoc. Grabs the drone yet again. Let's see if he decides to toss it out or wait for a teammate.
It's actually going to end up in the hands of Wheats. Wheats trying to go for that 1-point throw. This time going to put it home. And now it's going to put Rise up by 1. 2 minutes to go, Jack. See Rise starting to get control of the base, but now have to go back to the drone as Parasite picks up a pretty big kill there on Chino.
3 players wind up falling momentarily for Rise, make it all 4 as Jay Sano gets cut down. The drone in the hands of Parasite, a split spawn, which could wind up helping Isolation here as the shot missed. One of the easiest shots in the game, missed from bottom middle, and all 4 players get cleared out of the opposing team's base. That's going to get run towards blue, and instead of it being a tie game, it's still a 1 possession lead for Rise.
And right there at the end, Dito had his knife out, was sliding for the drone, gets taken out at the final seconds. It's really a heartbreaker right there for ISO, and you see Rise moving that drone down glass eye. It's going to be in the hands of Jay Sano, trying to make a play here, going to knock down that 1-point throw. Huge plays out of Jay Sano.
10-8 lead with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. Narrowly holding onto the lead is Rise. 1 quick set of kills for Isolation, and we could have ourselves a tied game. 2 kills coming out of Rise yet again. Make it 3. Parasite's last alive.
He's going to get cut down. It looks like the drone going to be in the hands of Rise. Wheat gets a pass off. It's actually not picked up, though, by Apathy. It's going to be Silly and Dito picking up kills. And Jack looks like they're going to wrap this one green with 50 seconds to go.
You saw a pass wound up going towards their lead blocker, which wound up hurting them there as he wasn't able to pick up any kills. 3 players wind up falling for Rise. But a clutch again by Parasite. He's just going to grab this drone and dunk it in. We're all tied up with 35 seconds remaining.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be all tied up. ISO gonna get the drone. It's gonna be Havoc with it on the right-hand side of your screen. Dito picking up a big kill. And it's intercepted by Chino.
Chino with a massive play. He's gonna try to run the drone out of his base. Now picked back up by Parasite. He goes for the toss, connects. Parasite making all the plays for Isolation in the final moments. Here, there's gonna be one last shot for Rise to grab the drone. Apathy gets it. He passes it to Wheat. Wheat is running it in. 5 seconds remaining. He tosses it in for the 1-point play.
Unbelievable. He's able to get it off at the last second, Jack.
Wow.
And we're going to have an overtime. Did not expect that to happen.
Did not expect that, to say the least. In the final moments, Wheats just gets the toss. Smart decision from him to play for the tie and the OT. He's 35 and 25. If I'm not mistaken, this is still his host, but either way, saving Rise there from a tough Game 3 loss. We're going into OT. ISO spawning on the less preferred side.
Yeah, let's see what ISO decides to do here. They're going to rush the drone right off the bat. Parasite on my screen, Jack. He's going to be the one playing mostly around the drone. He's going to pick it up, get caught in the corner, but 2 big kills coming in from Havoc and Silly. He's going to have a lead blocker. He's actually going to get taken out. Now the drone going to go in the hands of Rise.
That was a really forced possession out of Isolation. Now the drone in the hands of Rise. Apathy going for the 1-point toss, connects. And in just 25 seconds,
looks like they're going to decide to
Rise is on the board.
Yeah,
crazy
play
stuff
right there. They decide to wrap the drone, Jack. This is a great play right there.
Now up to Isolation to answer back. They have 24 seconds to score at least a 1-point play. They're going to rush right towards the drone spawn. All 4 players of Rise. Actually, body stacked on that one. Chino tries to grab it. Parasite answers with a kill. 1 final player remaining. Havoc's got the drone. 10 seconds left. He's going for the 1-point play. Actually decides to dunk it in. And with 5 seconds remaining, Isolation takes map number 3. What a crazy game. So back and forth between these 2 teams. But when it mattered most, Isolation got the crucial kills at the drone area. A major miscommunication from Rise, sending all 4 players to bottom dirt side. It wounds up hurting them and getting them the loss.
Yeah, rough go right there by Rise in the second half. Wheats with a phenomenal game from them, 37-27. Parasite, though, him and Silly put up big numbers for ISO, able to steal that one. I thought Rise definitely kind of gave that one away. They played that second half kind of wrong.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Matt. If you looked, I was on board with 1 player from Isolation, and all 4 opposing players from Rise were stacked up on the drone spawn. They all get cut down. The 2-1 lead now for Isolation. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere when we come back. Game number 4.